continue. Invading Argentine ants have overrun and replaced 9% of the native ant species.
Argentine ants have overrun and replaced 90% of the native ant species, including several
species of California carpenter ants.
Species of Californian carpenter ants. Although carpenter
ant workers are giants,
the ant workers are giants, their colonies
have only between 3,000 and 6,000 individuals.
Have only between 3,000 and 6,000 individuals and stand
no chance against expanding supercolony of billions of Argentine ants.
No chance against an expanding supercolony of billions of Argentine ants. Argentine
ant workers attack by wiping toxic chemicals on their victims.
Ant workers attack by wiping toxic chemicals on their victims, which irritates
the enemy and marks it as a target for other Argentine ants.
The enemy and marks them as a target for other Argentine ants. When they attack,
the Argentine ants wash over their victims.
The Argentine ants wash over their victims, clinging onto their
opponents in groups and pulling apart their limbs.
Opponents in groups and pulling apart their limbs. It doesn't matter how many.
Matter how many of them die, there's always more.
Many of them die, there are always more. Once the colony
is overrun and
exterminated, the Argentine
ants feed on the victim's brood and take over their home and territory.
Argentine ants feed on their victim's brood and take over their
They're even brutal than humans.
Home and territory. The Argentine
ants' numbers allow them to hunt down and devour such excessive mass of different insects.
Ants' numbers allow them to hunt down and devour such an excessive mass of different insects
springtails and flies
that over time some species
disappear from the ants' territory completely.
Disappear from the ants' territory completely. Argentine ants
don't care about working with local flora and fauna.
Don't care about working with the local flora and fauna. They
consume them and move on.
Consume them and move on. And if their
next stop happens to be
human property, they will
really make themselves at home there too.
They
forage in dumpsters, bowls of pet food, and sneak into kitchens to clean leftovers.
Forage in dumpsters, bowls of pet food, and sneak into kitchens to claim leftovers. Not just our
homes, our gardens and fields are also impacted by Argentine ants.
Homes, our gardens and fields are also impacted by Argentine ants since they tend
to hordes of aphids as their cattle.
The aphids
feed for flies and produce a sweet honeydew, which they trade with the ants for protection.
Feed from plants and produce a sweet honeydew, which they trade with the ants for protection. Since the ants
have no major enemy to fear in their new homes.
The aphids
ultimately kill the plants they live on.
Thrive and ultimately kill the plants they live on. So on
top of being a major disruption for the ecosystem they invade.
Top of being a major disruption for the ecosystems they invade, they're
also a huge pest for agriculture.
But
the rule of Argentine ants is being challenged.
The rule of the Argentine ant is being challenged. Parts of
the supercolonies have broken out and became their own empires.
The supercolonies have broken off and become their own empires. A merciless
civil war has broken out.
For example,
the Lake Hodges supercolony has been fighting against the very large colony.
The Lake Hodges supercolony has been fighting against the very large colony for years in
San Diego County.
A massive war
is going on and over a dynamic front line stretching over kilometers.
War is going on over a dynamic front line stretching over kilometers. An estimated
30 million ants die here each year.
30 million ants die here each year. On other fronts,
an old acquaintance from the Paraná River has risen from the shadows.
Imported fire ants, which were
accidentally introduced from their old home to the coast of Alabama.
Accidentally introduced from their old home to the coast of Alabama. Not only
or the red fire ants fierce fighters and more able to deal with the Argentine
The
ants.
other red fire ants fierce fighters and more than able to deal with the Argentine ant.
They're also able to form super colonies themselves.
They are also able to form super colonies themselves. Now the
Old war from the distant home have been taken to a foreign battleground.
old wars from their distant home have been taken to a foreign battleground. In the southeastern
In the southeastern U.S., the super colonies clashed fiercely.
US, the super colonies clashed fiercely. The
The Argentine ants found themselves outgunned by the fire ants. The fire ants' major workers.
Argentine ants found themselves outgunned by the fire ants. The fire
The fire ants' major workers
ants' major workers are more than
are more than twice the size of the Argentine ants and wield
twice the size as the Argentine ants and wield
venom-injecting stingers.
venom-injecting stingers. Even though the
Even though the Argentine ants fought fiercely, the fire ants were too much for them.
Argentine ants fought fiercely, the fire ants were too much for them. After
After countless lost battles, the red imported fire ants
countless lost battles, the red imported fire ant exterminated
the Argentine ant super colony from much of the southeastern U.S.
the Argentine ants super colony from much of the southeastern US. This is one
This is one territory lost, but the Argentine ants will fight on.
territory lost, but the Argentine ants will fight on. This amazing
This amazing network of cooperating super colonies is the biggest success in their history.
network of cooperating super colonies is the biggest success in their history. And they'll not give it up
And they're not giving up because of a small defeat.
because of a small defeat. They will
They'll stand their ground against any enemy that might arise.
stand their ground against any enemy that might arise, no matter
No matter it's on the Paraná
if
River
it's on the Paraná River or
or on one of the large battlefields across the world.
on one of the large battlefields across the world.